you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you change.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you're a new subscriber. So y'all, let's get into this video. So it's not going to be too much of a long one today because, there's not really too much to really go ramble on about this topic. But, I saw a few of the reactors talking about it, and I don't follow Life of Kiara, but I have heard some stuff about her in the past, especially when I originally first started watching all three of these moms. And, I have checked up on her channel here and there, but I was not there when she got into a relationship with this new man that she recently broke up with. So that was, a situation. This is how this whole situation came about because, as y'all remember, Liv and Kiara did fall out at a certain point in time. I know Liv, did not like Kiara. I don't know if she still does. I'm pretty sure they don't. I mean, they don't talk, so I would just assume that, out of sight, out of mind. But people were bringing up a comment that was left in Kiara's live stream a few days ago, or I think it was yesterday or the day before. And people thought it was a little bit messy of Jazzy, being that she did just fall out with Liv. And we know that Liv and Kiara do have some issues. So people were really thinking like, why did this girl decide now to drop in this chat? Jazzy is one of those people that, when she loses her one good friend on YouTube, she goes around and she tries to find some new friends to, I guess, dump all her baggage, her relationship issues. She needs somebody to talk out her relationship issues because, Jazzy's one of those friends to where it's really not like going out having drinks, doing the whole mom day thing. It's more of just, being her personal therapist and her relationship counselor and just trying to, listen to all her baggage that she has to put out on you. And, she's known for constantly asking her friends for money. So, people were just thinking like it was just very, very messy of her to try to run over to now Kiara's and try to make friends with her. And also, as you guys know, I know you guys last seen her when it was last tax time and Jazzy decided to go out on a lunch date with her. But Jazzy also decided to go out on a lunch or a dinner or a night out at the bar with Kiara. And people were saying like, sis, when have you ever mentioned this girl or ever talked to her before? Why now all of a sudden are you trying to, bring this girl back in your life and, be friends with her and call her your sister? Because as we know, since she's been friends with Liv, we haven't really seen her, speak on any other friends, conversate with anybody else. So, people were thinking like, wow, she just treats Kiara as, a throwaway friend. When she's not friends with nobody else, she picks her up. And when she is friends with somebody else, and when she's not friends with somebody else, she just throws her away like she's nothing. So, I blame that on Kiara at the end of the day. Like, I know if somebody was only hit me up or only hit me up when they're falling out with other people, other friends, I wouldn't really be pressed to respond to somebody like that, let alone go out with somebody like that and even go live on their channel with that person, because obviously, you're only known as the person that's in the picture when she has nobody else. So let's get into this comment that was left on Kiara's chat that really got people talking about this situation, because not only did she throw herself in there, but she decided to throw Chris in there also. So let's get into this. So Jazzy decided to leave Kiara a comment, and she said, "Girl, I love your channel. Such an inspiration. If you ever need a talk, me and Chris are here." He also said, "Keep your head up, ma." So a lot of people were like, why in the heck would she mention that he also said, "Keep your head up, ma"? Like, most females would just say, he said to keep your head up. The fact that she was like super pressed to mention that is just very weird vibes. I mean, usually men call women that when they're trying to flirt or things like that. I mean, it means different things everywhere, but primarily, especially Hispanic men, when they're trying to flirt with a female or something like that, they, say ma. And I just found it very strange because Chris has been known for liking Spanish women, liking the Spanish culture. I know somebody one of the reactors exposed some tea on him that when he got pulled over, he said that he was black and Hispanic. So it's just given that this man wants to be Hispanic so bad, because he's always mentioning Ma when he's talking to other women. So people are also mentioning, like, what was her reasoning for now dropping into Kiara's chat? Like, she had so much time to drop in this woman's chat and try to, be her friend and give advice. Why, when the fallout with Liv, would she try to, drop in the chat and be messy? And honestly, it's just giving that, maybe she wants to start some drama, or she wants to make Liv jealous, which I really don't think Liv would be jealous about her making friends with Kiara. Because at this point, I just think that Liv has washed her hands clean of Jazzy. And, I think even after now Jazzy trying to make friends with Kiara, I think she really has now lost the chance at maybe getting a relationship back with Liv, a friendship back with Liv. These girls, for being 30 plus, man, they get so messy, like so messy. And it's just like, these girls have so many kids and they just have so much time on their hands to just be so messy on the internet. And you would just think, like, you're grown. People have phones now. We have email, text. We've had all that. But, other ways to contact people if you're trying to be that messy and, you're holding that much of a hate or a pettiness for somebody, you could just call and talk it out as grown women. They both are mothers, they both have kids. It's just, there's no reason to be that messy. Now, some people will say, well, she probably just, seen that she had a breakup and she wanted to give her some advice. But sis, how in the heck are you giving a woman advice when people are over here exposing your man left and right every day for beating your ass, treating you like crap, leeching off of you, living off of you, treating your kids like crap? How are you in any position to give any female advice on a relationship or a breakup or life in general, sis? When your life is so effed up over there, you need so much counseling your darn self. You need somebody over there to give you advice, sis. You are in no position to be running around on these YouTube streets trying to give people advice when you are the messiest of the messiest on YouTube. And not only that, but like I said, your man is getting exposed left and right every day for beating your ass. And you were on here acting like you were in some fairy tale Romeo and Juliet relationship. Like, sis, stop. Just stop. I really hate that Jazzy really comes on here every single time, especially when, her and her man's business is getting aired out. She tries to, do so much extra stuff just to make it known that she's in a relationship and try to hide the fact that, there's not whatever abuse or whatever the hell is going over there that's going over there. Like, sis, we know that you're trying hard to, clean it all up and make it seem as though, oh, this is not what's going on. I can give some advice. No, sis. We know you're messy. Kiara knows you're messy, and I'm sure she's seen the mess herself. But let's get into this live that Kiara did, because Kiara decided to hop on live and somebody asked her, like, don't associate with Jazzy. It's a bad look for your channel. You're growing, just stay in your lane. And Kiara had some things to say about, her reaching out to other YouTubers for advice, and she basically addressed Jazzy's comment in her live. So let's get into this and then we will talk about it.
Decided that we should go on a mom trip to squash the beef. Like, I ain't trying to get set up. This is what I thought back in the day. I'm like, I'm not trying to, first of all, I'm a mom. Who does that? Like, that's high school shit. There shouldn't have been beef in general. Long story short, I just feel like she just brings the wrong people into her life. And at the end of the day, when you make decisions for your life, you really have to think about it, especially when you are a mom. And yeah, as far as like me taking advice from her, I don't bring people into my circle easy at all. So anybody out there who like thinks that I'm gonna bring anybody, especially YouTubers, no offense to the YouTubers, I mean, I'm a YouTuber, but like, especially people, nah, I don't bring people into my life like that, especially when I know that, know people's past and shit like that. I appreciate the love, and I appreciate like people reaching out to me and stuff. Like I appreciate that, you know, like it shows that they care and they want you to be okay and shit. But I don't bring people into my life at all. I got my sister, I got my mom, I got cousins if I want to talk to them and if I need advice. A lot of you guys hit me up through email, but as far as me reaching out like, oh, I need to talk, no, I'm not, I don't do that, period. Whether it's her or whether, you know, I know who to go to when I need advice. Let's just say that, you know? So yeah, that's that on that though. But that's not me here, like I said, to come, like I'm not trying to, you know, talk shit or anything. Like I said, I'm pretty sure she probably watches and stuff. And I just wish like that, you know, once again, girl, you need to surround yourself with better people and stop letting these fucking, like, just because a person is a YouTuber, like, I don't know what her thought process is, but just because a person is a YouTuber doesn't mean that you need to chill with them, especially if they, all they do is talk shit and drama and all of that. Like, you should surround yourself with people. Don't get me wrong, like a little bit of bochinche and a little bit of, what is bochinche in English? Kikiing, is that it? Like a little bit of that is like, you know, you can have that, but talk about how to better yourself, how to stay positive, how to, for instance, like for me, like how to have a positive mindset, how to become a better mother, how to, you know, like keep each other accountable when it comes to your fitness and weight loss journey or whatever the case may be. Like, it shouldn't fucking be conversations about shitting on other women that you've chilled with before. You know, it shouldn't be that. And so that's my advice, if I can put any advice out there. But yeah, I'm good though, y'all. I'm good.
So that was the clip of Kiara basically saying that she has friends, family, and, you know, very supportive family and friends who can give her advice and that she can talk to. So she said that she doesn't want Jazzy's advice. She doesn't need YouTubers' advice, and she's just going to stick to the people who are in her circle, which I 100% completely agree. You know, I recommend anybody who is on the internet and, you know, is a content creator, may deal with other content creators, you know, to not really confide in people and, you know, tell personal business, because, you know, obviously as a content creator myself, you know, people can use certain things to get views and clout off of you. And, you know, most of the times it never ends good, especially with females. You know, you kind of want to be able to, you know, talk to your friend and tell them, you know, a little bit of something that does go on in your typical day-to-day life, or maybe a relationship, or, you know, something you're having trouble with. But as far as in going into very deep detail about your relationship, your life, your childhood, whatever you may feel as though somebody could use, you know, to use against you on the internet, to, you know, get some views off of you, some clout that people want to join in to hear about you, you know, I recommend that people just keep it to themselves, because, you know, you do end up in situations like Jazzy and Liv, to where, you know, they're battling of who's going to spill the tea first. And, you know, just like Jazzy said, she felt like she was being blackmailed because she did have somebody who had a lot of dirt on her, and she felt like she couldn't really say anything because, you know, Liv knew so much. But, you know, I really don't call that blackmail. I just really call that just being a pure dummy, especially knowing the history that Liv had, you know, in the first place. But, you know, I do feel as though that Jazzy is, you know, I guess concerned about not being able to have somebody to vent to and talk to, you know, at this point, because obviously she's going through a lot in her relationship day to day. You know, like Liv said, it was something that Jazzy was calling her for. So, you know, she's trying to find the person to put in the application for the new relationship counselor over there for her. And I think Kiara knows, you know, Kiara has known these women for a very long time and has had drama with Liv. So she, I'm sure, has known all the past and present of what has gone on with these women. And like she said, you know, you got to start just focusing more on positivity and making your channel more about positivity, rather than associating yourself with people that, you know, are on the internet trying to get some clout. We will see how this ends, you know, who Jazzy will end up trying to cling to be her new sister. You know, like the other reactors said, Jazzy has a sister, and her sister is in a home where, you know, they do take care of disabled people. And, you know, sis, like, if you were trying to find this sisterly love so bad on these YouTube streets, sis, why don't you get in your car and go drive down and visit your sister and start, you know, trying to have a relationship with her? Because it's not like her sister is just nonverbal. I mean, her sister does have autism too, but, you know, I think that she would be able to at least hold some type of conversation with her. You know, you don't always need friends to have a sisterly love or have a bond with somebody. You can, you know, reach out to a family member or, you know, anybody but people who also have a channel who are looking to get some clout off you. Because just like Jazzy said, Liv had reached out to her in the past trying to start a fake beef for views. So, you know, why was it surprising that now this went down between them two? I don't know, but Jazzy's just a dummy in itself. And I do think anybody who does decide to link up with her and try to start a friendship and collabing with her on YouTube is out of their mind. This girl has a reputation that is the worst on YouTube. And I would think anybody that's trying to grow a channel or, you know, whatever they're trying to do with their channel would not look to be collabing or hanging out with Jazzy to, you know, get the spill on how to grow a channel. And I sure as hell know that Kiara has seen how you and Chris has played out on these YouTube streets, and I sure as hell know, Jazzy, that the girl is not looking to get any advice from you or your bum boyfriend. But comment down below, you guys, what you guys think about this whole thing of Jazzy now trying to scramble and find some new friends. Comment down below what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.